Hey, it's Gladys. Today on Work With Me, we got a new project. As in 2 minutes ago from filming or 2 minutes ago from just now, but you're in the future somewhere. But I did a site visit and I was already so excited to potentially get this project in Delray Beach, Florida. So come along, let's engineer something.
I'm good. So, I don't mind, I'm recording so I can reference later.
Smart, good idea. So they've got these two ponds, lakes, but they've started to suffer pretty badly from erosion around the sides. They originally, not knowing much about this whole thing, I went to 3 different vendors, got 3 different proposals, but all of them gave me a different solution. Geosox, Geotube, I forget, HPD or something like that, some kind of like a mat covering.
Around the siding,
yeah. Exactly. So what we decided would be best is if we could get an objective opinion from an expert like you on what these ponds really need, what would be the best solution for them, then they'll go ahead and bid out based on that. Because what was happening was one vendor would say, Geosox is the only thing we do. We don't even offer Geotubes. We don't offer the HPD. And the other one, the lake doctor said the same thing. We only do Geotube. We don't do Geosox, and that's the worst. So they all had
it's probably because they work exclusively with that vendor.
That's what I'm assuming it was. They all had have some kind of exclusive. Because if you said to me, these are the things that we offer, but we think this is the best, that's one thing. But they're like, we don't even offer the other things. They're the worst.
Oh, gotcha.
They all said the same thing to me, so it started to get a little fishy. So if you want to take a walk around, I can show it to you.
There's plenty of options of what to do. So which option were you guys really considering?
So at first, I wouldn't say that they're both, their other lake is roughly the same size, maybe a little bit bigger. Total square footage that we think that we
when you're saying flattening out here where it's a little bit more shallow than over there?
No, where all of this is basically compromised, and if you step here, I wouldn't even recommend it because you might fall in, but this is all basically compromised. So what they were suggesting that we needed to do was essentially regrade the slope and put in either tube, socks, mat, whatever have you, prevent further erosion that would go over the bed over here, and then they would lay a bunch of soil on top.
And what happens when there's a hurricane? How high does it rise up to?
I would say the furthest it really gets is maybe a few feet. We're probably at its highest right now, honestly. If you see the drain, sometimes when it's lower, you can see the water line where it sometimes gets to, and I think we're at that point right now.
So during non-hurricane season or winter seasons, you can see the hole. And does that connect to the other pond?
I believe that connects to the other pond.
And I'm sorry, is there also one over there?
Yes, I believe that one actually connects to the intercoastal.
I was wondering that.
Because that's where the water comes from. Initially, we were looking to do, I think, 2,000 square feet of area because not all of it requires regrading. If you see that area right there between those 2 bushes, it's practically fine. And the grade over here is probably approaching too steep. I know that there are areas over there and basically around the corners where the steepness gets almost unwalkable.
Gotcha.
So I know that we need to be in compliance with
as far as mowing.
Yeah, so they have.
I guess you guys use a weed whacker, I guess, in this easy area because it's really
smaller. Because if they took the riding mower, they would sink. That's why I put this cone here because the grass has really grown well, but this entire patch about a month ago was water.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm assuming just that has to be, I think, seagrass or lake grass. I don't think it's actual grass. But you can see even over there and back on that side, there's some spots that are just.
Can you walk around over there?
Yeah, let's go.
Because you also said that it's eroding into the canal.
Under here. Oh no, not into the canal. I might have misspoke. But I meant it's eroding underneath the shoreline.
Gotcha. Oh.
If we were to go down there, I would say about a foot of the sod, or maybe a little less, there's nothing underneath it. If I step on it, I'm going through it.
Okay, gotcha.
And not that people are fishing or using this lake for anything other than looking at it.
It's just a view for everybody.
Exactly, but I know that we have to get our grading to a certain slope. I think it's 4 feet or 4 inches. I think it's 4 feet of a graded slope or something like that for the edges. And there's a few places that it's much more than that. So they also wanted to not address the areas that already have like vegetation or landscaping in front of it, because that's already doing the job for the erosion control. So that's where the 2,000 number comes from. It's basically the areas that are not already blocked off by major landscaping.
So they're saying here is fine.
Right. But then here, right, whole strip, they would read it.
Sorry. Okay. I do agree that that's one of the options I was thinking about is having, it's basically, it doesn't have to be the socks or anything.
Right.
It just has to be a geo impermeable surface,
Right.
a geo matting. It doesn't matter which one it is.
They were so confident about how, socks is the worst. You'll regret it. 5 years, you're redoing it. The other one, tubes, the worst. You'll regret it. 5 years. I know one of them are probably right, but I have no way of telling which one it is.
If you didn't have the details for either one of them, you can send them over to me.
I can definitely send you the proposal I got from one of the vendors for no, it was the mat. I think it was the Geo mat of some kind, like that HPD or something like that. It's like some kind of polymer something.
So what they would do, seems like they would, what I've seen is that they push it back and then hopefully they add riprap around it, and they add the geo matting, and then they add riprap on top of it, and then they add sod on top of it as well, so that it looks natural, but there's still stuff growing under it. But it could be either, from what I've seen, it could be either a material. It just needs to be geo.
Right. Something that's going to be under the ground, basically.
They're going to put it on top of this.
Right.
They're going to take this off.
Right.
They're going to cut this back probably about 3 feet on all the way around.
So that they can actually slope it properly and it's not like a cliff edge.
And also a riprap, so that it also helps with the slowdown of the erosion.
Right. No matter what, eventually, we talk 30, 40 years, it's going to happen. But if they can do something that'll keep them good for the next 10 to 15 years, that would be the goal.
There's another option. I was thinking there's so many options to do.
Right.
Because another option I was thinking is if you guys are tired of the whole pond, you guys can get rid of the pond and do an infiltration trench. And just like put sod over this, and just have, this will be water will infiltrate back. This will be filled with number 57 stone, and there'll be sod over it. And you guys can have pedestrian things on top of it.
Interesting.
No cars running over it.
We're not talking about
the baby park.
Right. Jungle gym, or even just an open field for where you put picnic dog park. That would be a good amount.
So we can close this off.
They don't have kids here. I would say it's mostly an older community, less family, but they have a ton of dogs. So this dog park would be.
So we can close this off. Infiltration trench.
Plus, new communities are really doing that. That's a new amenity. That's.
I was about to say, girl, but I've seen so many of them that I'm seeing.
Like, new thing.
Yeah, all of them. The thing.
It would be if you had the space.
It's funny because Publix is no dogs, but it's like I'm bringing my dog
wherever you. Service though. But at the end, I would say.
And that's one option.
Would probably be interested in that. I know there's at least 2 who are very old school and very, don't like change, don't like anything new.
And especially these people are going to be like, no, I want my view.
I want private. I want people out there.
Yeah, because people are going to be out here more.
Right.
And I was just giving options.
Board likes options.
And then the third option it's like, because I know you're not going to like this option, but is to, I don't know how big the lots are. But because this is for stormwater management, is just to individualize it and to make each person have their own stormwater management facility
on their own lot. So I don't know, since the houses are connected or in blocks, it might make it a little tough.
But that would just be
and stuff like that.
They would have to share the expense of installing it on their own lot.
Right.
And then that's about it. Right. So those are the 3 options. Cutting back.
Right.
To the infiltration trench, and then that one as well. So that was just providing options so that
it's not you're not stuck.
Yeah, you're not stuck.
All right, very good. So I would say what the board would like, if you could get a proposal to me for your services, whatever. Do you bill hourly rate or do you do like? I
can do either. It depends on. I do lump sum usually, but I can do
better for you.
I can do hourly for this one, since it seems as if they're just wanting something small just to get the recommendation.
It's basically.
Okay. And they just want a recommendation. They want to improve this.
Right, 100%. They budgeted for it. They've got the funds for it. Okay. They were ready to do it until we started getting such conflicting information. And then they got cold feet and, let's not make a decision until we know the right call. So I figured bringing you in. Shaisha recommended you heavily, so thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. So however you want to bill it is fine. Just let me know. You can send the proposal to me. The board will most likely approve it over email. We shouldn't have to wait to the next board meeting. So I'll keep you in the loop. But if you want to take a look at the other lake, we can take a look at the other lake also.
I could just go and record it.
All right, very good.
I can take a look at it.
If there's anything else you need from me, you have my number. Feel free to give me a call. You have my email.
It's the same thing. The plan is we want to push this back, regrade, add a geotech so that we can preserve this for a little bit longer.
Exactly. That's the general goal. So that would be much appreciated. The board would be very happy with that.
Awesome. I'm going to take a look at that one.
Thank you so much. And if you need me, feel free to reach out.
So you want a proposal just stating it's just due to Geo?
Right, exactly. A proposal for your services because I don't want to take up your time without you getting compensated on it.
Thank you.
So just, I guess, a proposal for before you give any recommendation, for your work to give the recommendation. And once they sign that, then you can give me your recommendation. That way you get paid.
So pretend like you didn't hear my recommendation.
Exactly. She said she's going to do a lot of work and think about it and do some research and she'll get back to me. That way you're covered, and like I said, the board is eager to get it done. So
awesome.
very good.
I'm going to look over there.
Have a good one. Thank you so much.
Bye. So we're going to the other pond to see what's going on. They are stuck on keeping the pond as is. I understand, because the location of where that pond is, it is right behind people's houses. So if they were to cover the pond up and use that as more land, that would be negative for them, because they would have random people in their backyards just with their dogs and everything like that. So let's go see the other pond. Let's go right here. Oh, Estuary Nature Preserve. Like, they have nature separately. No swimming, obviously. Maybe it's not obvious. That's a bad word to say. So this is the other pond. This is the Estuary Nature Preserve. I think this one I thought that this area right here was also a pond, but actually it is a preserve. So I'm assuming this one's also has water in it as well, but they're not too much caring about the preserve. They also care about these two ponds. Oh, and also both of the ponds connect with this right here. So that is something super interesting. But I was thinking there has to be some type of equivalency, equilibrium like pipe. So there's an equilibrium pipe right there. And also there's another pipe over here. It's another bulkhead that connects this one, overflow pipe, that connects this underground to this when it goes too high, because right now it seems like it's at its highest because it's above the equilibrium. So I don't know if there's a backflow issue right now, because it's really high and this water should be going into the canal or the overflow system. So go back, we passed it with the other side. Storm that's connecting that storm manhole, obvious overflow into the storm pipe stuff. So that's there. There's sanitary sewer. I think that manhole is labeled as storm. So this inlet obviously goes into either there or here. Ooh, shade. That's spiky. Can't go swimming. So they're proposing, so this is the equilibrium. This is the equivalency pipe right here. You see how high it is? It is crazy high. Why is it so high? It's been raining recently, but it should be draining into over there. Ooh, and then okay, so I thought that this project, and it was described to me that this was cutting into this area, but it's not really. It's just, this needs to be cut back. Geotech, but they just don't know what materials to use. And I think material honestly doesn't matter. So I will review them and get back to them on recommendations. But there is no overflow into this canal. That is so weird. But they're at the same level. So maybe there is. I just don't see them. That goes into the other canal. That's equivalency for both canals. So both canals are acting as one canal. And that one's going into it, the city, from the system. That one's coming into it from the whole community. That one is equivalency from the other canal. But there's no overflow that I can actually see. And he's saying there's an overflow somewhere. What is this? And this is actually in pretty good shape. There is way worse canals, but I think the upgrade of the Geo would beautify it a little bit more. And he's the one spelling it, honestly. I am sweating. I am going back to my car, and I think we have enough for today. So I'm going to a proposal for recommendations, and we'll move on. Another person does not want to move into the future. Bye. So we'll be sending them a contract for this project to be hourly and not to exceed. I'm very excited to see how these things go. So comment, subscribe, and put some consultations with us. We'd love to discuss all things engineering. Not all things, but most things engineering. Bye.